Are you constantly struggling to manage your time effectively? Do you find yourself wasting precious moments on trivial activities, only to feel regret and frustration later? Imagine having the power to control your time, making every second count towards a fulfilling and successful life. How would it feel to overcome procrastination and finally achieve your goals? Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we dive into a powerful and inspirational story that explores the true value of time. You'll meet Jack, a young man whose life was transformed by the wisdom of an enlightened Zen master, Thomas. This isn't just any story, it's a journey filled with profound lessons about time management, mindfulness, and seizing the moment. Curious to know how a single realization can change your entire perspective on time? Stay with us as we unravel Jack's story, revealing insights and practical techniques that you can apply immediately to take control of your time and your life. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to turn your dreams into reality and live a more balanced, meaningful life. Let's begin this transformative journey together. Once upon a time, in a peaceful valley in California, there lived an old Zen master named Master Thomas. At the age of 65, his appearance radiated wisdom and serenity. Master Thomas was renowned for his profound intelligence and extraordinary virtue. He was always ready to listen and share his knowledge without hesitation. Master Thomas was not only skilled in mind control but also had extensive knowledge of Buddhist philosophy, astronomy, and traditional medicine. Master Thomas was famous not only in the peaceful valley where he lived but also across the neighboring regions. His wisdom and compassion had helped many people overcome significant challenges in their lives. He once helped a farmer restore his crops after a fire by teaching him how to meditate to find creative solutions. Another time, he assisted a young businessman to escape the state of stress and exhaustion with mindfulness exercises and breathing techniques. Additionally, Master Thomas saved a child suffering from a severe illness by using his knowledge of traditional medicine combined with spiritual therapy. He often held free teaching sessions where people could come to learn about life lessons, mind control, and finding inner peace. His teachings were not just theoretical but also included practical stories that made it easier for people to apply them in their lives. With his humility and kindness, Master Thomas became an inspiration and a source of hope for many, bringing them peace and happiness. In a nearby town, there was a young man named Jack. Jack was very lazy and had a habit of procrastinating. He always put off important tasks and got stuck in a cycle of delay. As a result, Jack lagged behind in many areas of life compared to his friends. His family and a few close friends had repeatedly advised him to value his time, but he did not heed their advice. He did not care about his future and wasted his time on meaningless activities. One day, Jack heard about Master Thomas and decided to meet him, hoping that the Zen master could help him overcome procrastination and achieve success. Jack set out for the valley where Master Thomas lived. Upon arrival, he was captivated by the serene beauty of the surrounding nature. A gentle breeze carried the scent of wildflowers and rustling leaves, whispering words of guidance. Jack felt as if he had found a peaceful haven amidst his chaotic life. When he met Master Thomas, Jack bowed and said, "Master, my name is Jack. My life is currently very chaotic, and my mind is never at peace. I want to share with you the problems I am facing related to how I use and manage my time." Master Thomas responded, "I am ready to listen, my child. Please share in detail." Feeling encouraged, Jack began to share deeply with Master Thomas. "Master, I often spend hours reading unnecessary books, wandering aimlessly around the village, or engaging in pointless conversations instead of focusing on more important tasks. I know this is a bad habit, but I can't stop. Each time I realize I've wasted too much time, I feel even more guilty and stressed. Additionally, I have trouble organizing my time to accomplish important tasks. I often procrastinate and fail to plan my work. This leads to constant pressure to complete many tasks in a short time. I frequently miss deadlines and have to work late into the night to meet them, leaving me exhausted and worn out. Moreover, I frequently encounter unexpected situations in life and do not know how to handle them. When faced with a new problem or an unanticipated event, I often panic and can't think of a reasonable solution. This adds to my stress and makes me feel like I have no control over my own life. I really want to change and learn how to manage my time more effectively, but I don't know where to start or how to control my thoughts. I feel helpless and seek guidance from you. Can you help me? Master Thomas looked at Jack with understanding eyes and said, Jack, you are not the only one facing these problems. Many young people today also struggle with procrastination and anxiety about the future. I have encountered many cases like yours, and I understand the worries and pressures you are experiencing. Sometimes, we feel life moves too quickly and chaotically, making us lose control and unsure of what to do. Master Thomas then began to tell Jack a story to help him understand the value of time. Once upon a time, there was a very generous and kind king named William. He loved his people and always helped them in their times of need. One day, he met an old classmate named Michael, who had studied with him in a religious school. Michael was very lazy and poor. He had no job, no money, and no respect. He always complained about his fate and blamed others for his troubles. King William recognized his old classmate and felt sorry for him. He asked about Michael's life and difficulties. Michael sadly said, "O King, I don't know why everyone says I can't do anything. Even when I go to get a job, everyone rejects me. My enemies have told everyone that I never do any work on time. I don't understand what to do." The king said, "Let's make a deal. Before sunset, come to my treasury and take as much gold and precious stones as you can. It will all be yours." Michael was overjoyed and thanked the king profusely. He hurried home and told his wife everything. His wife was also very happy and said, "Go and get the gold and gems now. This is a good opportunity for you." Michael said, "I can't go now. I'm hungry. Let me have lunch first." His wife quickly prepared the food and served it to Michael. He sat down at the table, seeing the sumptuous meal, but in his heart, he was still thinking about the treasure. Michael leisurely ate each bite, savoring each dish, reassuring himself that there was still plenty of time to get the treasure. When he finished eating, a feeling of drowsiness overcame him. He stood up, yawned, and said, "I should take a nap. I will go to the treasure after I wake up." Michael lay down on his bed and closed his eyes, certain that he only needed a short nap. But the nap quickly extended longer than he had planned. In his dream, he saw himself running through golden wheat fields, with bright gold grains flying around. He smiled, thinking he had become rich. When Michael woke up, he saw that the sun was already leaning toward the west. Panicked, he jumped out of bed, grabbed a few bags, and ran towards the king's treasury. The path was full of bright sunlight, and he felt hot, sweat streaming down his face. He thought, "I should rest under that tree and then continue." Michael sat down under the tree, seeking shade from the sun. A gentle breeze blew, carrying the scent of wildflowers, making him feel comfortable and his fatigue gradually disappear. But as soon as he lay back, sleep quickly overtook him again. He couldn't resist and fell asleep once more. Time passed, and he continued to sleep for another 4 hours. When Michael woke up this time, the sun had sunk low, the sunset painting the sky red. He awoke in a panic, stood up quickly, and started running towards the palace. In his heart, conflicting thoughts swirled. Will I make it? Why did I waste so much time? A growing sense of fear filled him. On his way, Michael met an old friend named David. David saw Michael's worried expression and asked, "Michael, why do you look so rushed?" Michael stopped, gasping for breath, and explained, "I had a chance to get treasure from the king, but I wasted time. Now I have to hurry to get there before the sun sets." David shook his head and said, "My friend, you had all day to get there. Why didn't you go earlier? Time waits for no one." Michael felt a wave of frustration and disappointment wash over him. He continued to run, but darkness began to cover the path ahead. When he finally reached the palace, the lights had been lit, but the palace gates were closed tight. Michael knocked hard, but there was no answer. He stood there, helpless and disappointed. He thought about all the hours he had wasted and the opportunities that had slipped through his fingers. Feelings of regret and sorrow filled him. He blamed himself. If only I hadn't wasted time, if only I hadn't slept too much, if only I hadn't rested under that tree. Michael returned home in silence, filled with disappointment. Michael had missed the chance to become wealthy because he did not value his time. Master Thomas finished the story and looked at Jack. Jack was speechless. He realized his mistake and felt ashamed. He thanked Master Thomas for the guidance and vowed to change his ways. He understood that time is precious and should not be wasted. He returned home and started working hard to achieve his goals. He stopped procrastinating and became more productive and successful. He also became happier and more respected by his friends and family. What did you learn from Jack's story? Jack's story shows us that time is an invaluable and unique resource that each person is given equally. Every day we all have 24 hours, but how we use those hours completely determines the quality of our lives and our success. Valuing time doesn't mean working continuously, but knowing how to balance work, personal goals, and rest. Time is a precious flow that, once passed, never returns. Every moment we waste is a moment lost for self-improvement, pursuing passions, and building meaningful relationships. In order to manage time effectively, you should apply the following principles. 1. Prioritize classified tasks based on importance and urgency. Use the Eisenhower matrix to help you focus on what truly matters, rather than just the urgent but less meaningful tasks. 2. Use the Pomodoro technique. Break your work time into focused 25-minute intervals followed by 5-minute breaks. This helps maintain productivity and avoid fatigue from continuous work. 3. Eliminate distractions. Turn off phone and email notifications during important work hours. A focused work environment will help you complete tasks faster and more efficiently. 4. Detailed planning. Spend 10 to 15 minutes each evening planning the next day. List tasks in order of priority and estimate the time needed for each task. 5. Learn to say, no, not all requests deserve your time. Knowing how to decline tasks that are not important or do not align with your personal goals is a crucial time management skill. 6. Invest in yourself. Spend time on learning, skill development, and healthcare. These investments will yield long-term productivity and efficiency. It's the best investment you can make for yourself. We can achieve anything in life by using our time wisely, but if we waste time, we will miss opportunities and regret it later. Learn to value every minute from a traveler who missed his train by 1 minute, and learn to value every year from a student who failed his annual exams. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Wishing you a great deal of success in self-development and using your time wisely and effectively.